First off, why aren't the Sheikah and Gerudo just different Hylian ethnicities? I mean, they all sleep and procreate with one another.
At first I thought it was a game you were playing.
Check, 1, 2, check. Turn me down just a little bit. I can hear and go Polish.
Breath of the Wild gave us a huge open world to explore, and with that came multiple races and tribes we got to interact with. Due to all these different races coexisting with one another, it got many Zelda fans and theorists, myself included, assuming all three timelines have been merged, and if that really is the case, the possibility of even more races making a return in the sequel is up for grabs and would definitely make Breath of the Wild even more rich. So let's get into why you clicked on this video. Here are 11 races or tribes that can potentially make an appearance, or I'd personally like to see in the Breath of the Wild sequel. We first were introduced to the MOGMA in Skyward Sword, which means along with the Hylians, Sheikah, and Gorons, they are one of the oldest races in the Zelda universe. MOGMA would make such a great addition because utilizing natural resources is their core, and the main theme of Breath of the Wild is utilizing nature and the environment. Not to mention they inhabit volcanic and desert areas, which means we would encounter them coexisting with the Gorons and Gerudo. Last but not least, they're demolition experts, and with that kind of expertise, we can get a further boost to a certain Sheikah slate rune. It's a shame the Lost Woods didn't offer much. Maybe that's why the developers had Korok spread all over Hyrule. As fun as it was to be challenged to find the little guys, I needed more than just 3 billion Korok seeds as a topper. It's time to add more ingredients. Ever since Majora's Mask, my outlook on the DEKU was flipped. It was so cool to see that they weren't just mindless servants of Ganon who attacked Link whenever they could. They were business-minded merchants who always had an item you lost available for a good price, and a whole established kingdom deep in the boonies. They would be perfect to come upon when you're running low on ingredients or weapons and shields. While we're here in the woods, let's add another well-known race that lives in the greenery, the Picori, also known as the Minish. First introduced in the Minish cap, and were an integral part of the legendary hero's attire, the green hat in memory of Ezlo, and the legendary Four Sword. Not to mention it's possible Zelda developers had plans to include a race of small humanoids that could have possibly been the Minish, but didn't have room to include them. It would be really cool to come upon a civilization of evolved Minish with a deep history of creating artifacts infused with light or nature magic that boost weapon and gear stats. Last but not least, to turn this garden salad into an orzo blend, the return of Skull Kids. To think the developers had the nerve to make a Lost Woods, but no lost children?
Shame! Shame!
Imagine walking around, you see a rock, you get excited and lift it, and a puff of leaf smoke pops, but no Korok seed. It's a Skull Kid playing a prank on you. He challenges you to a music contest if you really want the seed, but you decline, and he calls you a coward while laughing and mocking you. Now your ego takes over and you accept. You beat the kid at his game, he admits defeat and hands you the Korok seed. Now, doesn't that sound cool? No? Just me? Alright. Like the MOGMA, we became familiar with them through Skyward Sword. Given the fact that The Legend of Zelda is becoming more technologically sound, a lost or secluded robot civilization discovered by the Sheikah in their excavations will work well, especially if these robots were the ones who taught the Sheikah how to become so technologically savvy, or have been exchanging knowledge in secret for hundreds of years. Either way, the inclusion of technology is always appreciated. A staple race since the inception of the Legend of Zelda series, it would be really nice to have different factions of Zora inhabiting Hyrule, or in different regions with large masses of water. Maybe even a reputation system. Since the sea and river Zora technically never really got along, gaining favor with one would spell less with the opposite faction. Don't know about you, but I'd love to see that. Their inclusion in the snowy peaks of Twilight Princess was very refreshing, and with shield surfing now a thing in Breath of the Wild, why not have a tribe of Yeti who specialize in the art of surfing, especially high up in the mountains where there's fresh powder, or Yeti who are nomadic, traveling to different plains, surfing mountains, highlands, and on beaches spreading a growing surfing culture or sport in Hyrule. I and many Zelda fans have been wondering for a long time when we would see the Twilight make a return. With the dark theme set to take place in the sequel, it would be really awesome to have the ability to dimension hop, and one of the places we can go to is the Twilight Realm. The Twilight are well versed in dark magic, and once served an incarnation of Ganondorf. Maybe we can see them again as antagonists, or come upon a champion from that realm who helps Link and Zelda stop Demise's curse. Only recently have demons become an interesting topic in the Legend of Zelda series. Before Skyward Sword, the only demon we ever really knew was Ganon, but then came Vyre, Malladus, Batro, Girahim, and the king of them all, Demise. I'm not sure if anyone else paid attention, but we also met a demon in Breath of the Wild, in the form of the horned statue. I believe his presence was a foreshadow, or to show that not only the golden goddesses are deities in the Legend of Zelda series, whereas Batro was a friendly demon compared to the mischievous nature of the being trapped in a horned statue. It sheds the scope of how to view different sources of power and beings in the Zeldaverse, and not only simply as black and white like we previously thought. Yeah, them too. Hopefully if they make an appearance in the next title, they won't be so unpleasant to the eye, and possibly they can act as a counterpart to the Rito, similar to the River Zora. Yeah, I know. You're probably wondering why I would bring up the humans when there are Hylians and so many other humanoid races in the series. Well, apparently, humans are a whole separate race. Like you, I thought the Hylians, Sheikah, and Gerudo were already the humans, but after some extensive research on forums, wikis, and knowledge bases, they're not. And we've come into contact with humans in multitude of titles, i.e. Twilight Princess, Wind Waker, Phantom Hourglass, Spirit Tracks, and the whole Fallen Hero timeline just as examples. They just so happen to coexist with the Hylians this whole time in small numbers, and the main way you can tell is by their rounded ears. So, this whole damn time, we speculated Link was a fair elf as a joke. We were right all along. Well, I hope the next game we can come into contact with human settlements or NPCs. Alright, there you have it. Sleven races of tribes that Nintendo can bless us with for the Breath of the Wild sequel. What are your thoughts on my picks? And are there any other races that I've missed that you would like to see in the next Legend of Zelda title? Comment them down below. I'd like to see what you all come up with. A like or subscribe would be much appreciated if you enjoyed this video. Otherwise, stay tuned for more down the pipeline. Peace.
Woke up this morning and me and my niggas is chillin' and playing Nintendo. Talking and sipping while niggas is rolling and busting down this endo. Call up some girls, my nigga, I'm with it. These bitches be nothing but nymphos.